So I've been talking about a lot of things like how marriage is and stuff like that. So marriage, I don't know if like I'm single. I think my sister Darlene is single, and my sister Thelma is single. So I think we the only last three of the girls that's single. I think all of my brothers is no, three of my brothers are single. My brother David, my brother wait a minute. Yeah, my brother Blaine. No, it was only two. David and Blaine. Brian is married. Brian got married. Chucky got married. And who else? Oh, and Jimmy got married. So three of my brothers is married. And no, four of my brothers. Ty married. I keep forgetting about Ty. Ty is married. Jimmy is married. Brian is married. And somebody else. Oh, and Chucky. But Chucky dead. Chucky dead. My brother Charles, he's dead. My brother Blaine, he's single. He's still single in Elizabeth, living in Elizabeth. And my brother Ty, he's still married. And my brother James, he's still married. So, but me, Thelma, and Darlene. I don't know if Darlene's married because I've been gone for 6 years. So she might have got married and didn't tell me. she might have got married and didn't tell me. So I don't know. But I know for sure me and Thelma is not married. Me, Thelma, and Tina never got married. Okay, we never got married. We was the three single sisters, So I tried to get married, but I wanted to marry my daughter's father. So, but he wasn't ready for marriage, so I kind of figured I threw marriage in the closet. So I'm single now. So, but some people, they stay married and they just separate, and some people been separated from their marriages like 10 and 20 years, you know what I'm saying, and they just live their life with other people, you know what I'm saying, have babies, they just have another, they just be having another lifestyle, but not with each other, you know what I'm saying, with difference, they live separate lives, so, but they just choose not to get a divorce. Why that's so, I don't know, because they say God don't want you to get a divorce, but God also say don't lay with a married woman and don't lay with a married man. That God also say that, so I don't know. I don't know how that goes, but I know that I'm not married. I know that I'm still with abstinence, and it's not good. Abstinence is not good, because it's temptation. You know what I'm saying? Because you see, how you say, you was in a relationship, and then you out of a relationship, and then you pushing close to like 25 years not being with nobody, you know what I'm saying? And I tried dating, but some people they kind of nasty and when they start talking about sex and stuff like that, and then you tell them, look, I'm practicing abstinence, you know what I'm saying? So they don't want to hear that. Nowadays, they don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear you practicing abstinence and you waiting for your honeymoon or whatever. Even though I have a daughter and my daughter have 2 kids, I'm still showing my daughter that even through everything that I went through, I still didn't give up on God's word. You know what I'm saying? So a new beginning is a new beginning. I don't want to start all over. You know what I'm saying? Because what comes with all this sleeping around is heartache. You know what I'm saying? Headaches and heartaches and frustration. You got to deal. Bad enough you got to deal with you. Then you got to deal with another person with bad attitude and frustration and craziness. So I kind of like stuck to myself, and I don't mind dating. I don't mind talking to people and stuff like that. But that's it. You know what I'm saying? I have not. If I was to go to the gynecologist, they'd tell you how long my because a gynecologist can tell how long you've been having sex and stuff like that. Gynecologists, so they can tell you how long you've been having sex. They can tell you, they can actually tell you how long you've been having sex, because you get your uterus walls and your walls, and sometimes collect semen, so you can tell if a person has been having sex. You can tell if a person has been, you know what I'm saying? So yeah. So that's checking and see if, like, if your kids having sex, your daughters having sex, you take them to the gynecologist and see if they having sex. See if they having sex. But yeah. Bless you, boo boo. But I got 2 grandbabies, so I prayed to God, and I believe that my daughter was forced, you know what I'm saying, because she when a little girl have low self-esteem, a man would know about it, and they would stick around that girl that has low self-esteem, and then that's what they would do, kind of, you know what I'm saying, they would kind of work on that girl, and then next thing you know, the church is talking about your children and stuff like that. But God knows that my daughter is an innocent person, and she knows, and God knows that people, the person that's going to be punished is the person that pressured her into it. Because you when you work on a child that is suffering from, like, depression, emotional problems and stuff, and you take advantage of that, that's an illness, that's a sickness. So when you pray on the sick, God will punish you when you pray on the sick. And and the church noticed this. The church, you know what I'm saying, and that's why I don't like the churches to this day. That's why I don't like the churches. I don't like the way they teach. I don't like the way they live their lives. That's why I got away from the church. I don't know if these churches is cults and whatnot, but if they is, somebody need to send in the army to get rid of them. You know what I'm saying? Because these girls that's suffering from emotional damage, trouble, it's not the fact that the home life is just what they are born with. They born with emotional problems, and plus you got hormonal changes in preteens. So anybody who taking advantage of preteens, that they not even adults yet, and you got these nasty ass, excuse my French for cussing, you got these nasty, filthy, just dirty, germicided men, just nasty, and just, oh my God, I can't stand them. You got these old ass men want to have sex, lay their asses down with a younger girl. That mind is not even fully developed to even make a decision to be in a relationship. And my mother, I remember my mother would tell me that. She would tell me, she said, Lisa, she said, what you want to do is not rush being in a relationship. She said, explore Lisa. Explore you. So when I was a teenager, I fell in love, but that's all it went, in love. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't see myself married at a young age. I couldn't even see myself with kids at a young age. And I strive not to have children at a teenage age. But a lot of my friends, they was having babies they was teen moms, People that we was going to school with was having babies. My household, my mom was a teen mom, my sister was a teen mom, and my niece was a teen mom. And we stuck by their side, I just could not see myself as a teen mom and see the disappointment on my mom's face and say, I tried so hard, you know what I'm saying? So I wanted my mom to be, like, really proud of me, to say, you're not a teen mom, you know what I'm saying? So all of my father's children has not been, like, teen parents. We was never teen parents. All of my father's children had kids in our 20s. We all had kids in our 20s. Except my brother. Did my brother have? Yeah, he was 19. He was the only one. But he got married at the age of 20. He got married. He was a teen dad. But my other brother, he was a teen. He wasn't even a teen. He was in his 20s when he first had his baby. So all of my dad's kids, we all had our children in our 20s, and we was able to, you know what I'm saying, we was able to finance ourselves. We was able to, we didn't raise our children up in my mama's home. Put it that way. My mom and my daddy home. We had our own space, you know what I'm saying, where we raised our own kids, so that was a good thing. My mom, she was the same way. She lived with her dad when she became a teen mom, but when she got older, she ended up moving out and fending for herself, so yeah. I mean, my Aunt Ida, she would tell. She would tell it because I think she was the last one to leave the home. My Aunt Ida, she married my Uncle Manny, you know. So and they stayed married over 30 years. My Uncle Manny and Aunt Ida. I think they had 5 kids, 3 girls, 2 boys. Daniel and Cole, April, Donna, and Carrie Ann. So, but I don't know, you know, I don't know about the grandkids. Yeah, you know, but my daughter was born June, and I think my cousin Kia's daughter was born in April. So our daughters is month apart. So Kylia is my daughter. I forget Kia's daughter's name. But we exchanged pictures when I went to the family reunion. Our family reunion, my daughter was just born, and we had our family reunion down in New Jersey, and all of the family went. What's the matter? What's the matter? So I remember when I came down to New Jersey, I still had stitches in me from my C-section, and we went to go see my brother, and the security guard was patting me down, and I said, please don't pat me down too hard. I said, I have stitches and my stomach is still swollen for the C-section, and she like disregarded what I was saying. I was like, oh Lord, forgive her. I couldn't even put my hands all the way up. I was hurting so bad. I was like, Lord, please forgive her. Yeah, you got some spiteful people though in the world. But you know, I could barely walk when I went to this family reunion. But my daughter was 2 months old, and I let my daughter's father take her to the doctors. I mean, I was just checking everything. I was like, please, you know. I mean, I'm telling you, my daughter's father, he spent like hours convincing me she gonna be all right. She gonna be all right. So he had his aunt call me. He said, would you tell her I'm gonna keep Poodle over here with you, and we gonna go to I'm gonna make sure that his auntie called me, his grandmother called me. I'm telling you, I'll never forget that, because that was the worst time that I had, because my baby was just 2 months. I was like, oh my God. She was like really like a month and a half, you know. I was like, oh. But he convinced me. He took her to get her first shot, and I wanted to be there to get her first shot. But you know, we had already paid for the family reunion, so we had to go and stuff. Yeah. So yeah. So but me nowadays, I'm still writing. I'm still producing now. Last time I see, baby. Last time meow. Granny wish she had her equipment, because I could make you have all types of noise. And I do cartoon writing. Cartoon writing.
My daddy and I went to the zoo. The zoo? Lucky you. Well, that's the end of those events. Did you like it?
You know how you do a lot of animation? I did a lot of animation cartoons. And some of them got done, and some of them just turned into movies.
Right. So go and get ready. Miss Martin, can I take that book home to show my daddy?
So.
I'm sorry, but I don't usually lend out books from our class library. They sometimes get lost. I'll be careful.
So yeah, so you know how people be trying to control your mind and think that you're crazy and stuff, but like I said, God, I'm covered in the blood. That's all I know. You know, family might not be covered in the blood, but I'm truly covered in the blood. You know, so you know they might have picked up another faith along the way, but I'm with the same faith. His name is Jesus. Yes, I am. Okay, but I try to do right by people. I try to still give and still, you know, help out. I help, you know, like I said, I still try to help people with food, shelter, and stuff like that. So I give like projects. I try to put projects together to make that happen. Because I don't have money to give, but sometimes you can build.
And for tonight's feast, we are serving
You want to put it in here?
No. No.
All right. You're gonna fall. Look, you're gonna fall. You're gonna fall.
Miss Martin read us a book called
You're gonna fall.
Friends.
You're gonna fall. See, look, see? Hard-headed.
She almost
See?
never lets
Dangerous
anyone do
to
that.
herself.
That's great, honey. She must think you're very responsible.
You gonna, look. See? She's trying to tell you, look. Get up. Come on.
It means she
Oh,
tries.
girl, hush. You just want to cry.
Good.
Well, I'd love to see that book. Would you like to read it with me after dinner?
Okay.
Emmy, cut it out. Grandkids, it's a joy.
It's not here.
Why, thank you.
This what keeps me busy,
I'd love some more tea.
right? Say you keep me busy. She keep me out of trouble. I told my daughter, I said I'm gonna go and try to find you a stepdaddy. She said, "Nuh-uh, you gonna stay here and watch these kids." She trying to keep me by myself so I won't fall in love with nobody. Yeah. She said, I guess my daughter said, I'm the only one you gonna fall in love with, me and my kids. She's selfish, y'all. Selfish. Right? Say she's selfish.
That's a bath toy, not my book.
Maybe we should ask Mommy about it.
Mommy, did you take
Yeah.
anything out of my school bag?
I sure
Well,
did.
see y'all later. Bye-bye.
And I put it up on the